Hey Stampers, it's the Pampered Stamper, and I'm coming to you live from Schravenzonde, the Netherlands. And it's amazing. I have a terrific view of Gerard's garden, and we just planted some more flowers. And I attacked the pond today, which I've never had the fun of doing before. There was all kinds of, I don't know if it was algae, but brown stuff on top, and it was kind of thick, and I knew it wasn't supposed to be there. And so I wanted to get rid of it. So I have gone to battle, and I'm saying I'm about halfway through. So that puts me in a good mood. Now I'm a minute or so late, and the reason for that is a bit of a bad mood, I have to confess to. There's one thing that can turn me into a very bad mood rather quickly, and that is when technology goes awry. So I have a disclaimer. I realize that you would all prefer my videos to be landscape rather than portrait. Well, guess what? So would I. But I haven't been able to figure it out. And then I have to thank Jane Allmark from the UK. She sent me a lovely link that showed you how to do it. So I went to my phone and I thought, I can do this. Well, my phone must be just on that cusp of being a bit too old. It doesn't give me an option to go to, like when I did it so that it's, oh gosh, I can't even think of the right word. But you can choose portrait or landscape, and you can also do it so that it changes automatically, auto whatever, I can't even think, configuration or whatever, but that it turns, if you turn your phone sideways, that your picture also goes sideways. Well, my phone simply refuses to do it. So I think I have to restart it. I don't know, but I am here now with you. And remember yesterday we made this card. And then I said, well, my happy birthday is not as dark as I like. So I stamped it on white, but if I put the white here, that looks a little bit stark, doesn't it? So I found a sponge. This is half a sponge. So you can cut your sponge in half, and then you can cut your sponge into wedges. I only have a little scissors, but that'll do. It's a bit small, but it works. I need to make this sponge last. I'm going to take some Bashful Blue and open it up. I would also love to know from you guys if you've heard anything about the release of the new die cutting machine. I know it was supposed to happen any time, but I haven't heard, and I'm wondering if that's because I've just been focused on other things. But I'm really hoping it comes soon, because I would love to order one over here and share it with you. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic machine. So now I've sponged the blue around, and you see how now it's not quite as stark. It looks much better here. So we're going to pop that up with a few dimensionals. The nice thing about this stamp room is that my little closet of supplies is just right within reach, which is awesome. And I'm not going to spend a long video here because I have other things to do. It's our evening here. It's 9 o'clock at night, but I didn't want to change. There. Isn't that cute? Now, what I remembered that I forgot to do yesterday is with the new stamp set, I'm always telling you that I'm going to stamp them all so you can see them. So we're going to do that for a minute and just see what they all look like. Now, I'm only going to use one block, and I might get inky fingers. So we'll start with the boat, okay? Because I have a little idea, and I'm not sure if I should do it tonight or if I should do it tomorrow night, because I need to make the time count. So here is the boat, which is super cute. And I think we have to remember, I just have a cloth. I don't have a cleaner here, so I have to order a chamois. What was I going to say? Man, I'm just getting really squirrely here. I'm forgetting things. Yes, so I want to make this stamp set last, so maybe we'll just do a little playing tonight, and we'll make another card tomorrow night. The dock goes like that. Remember to keep the post with the bird. That's your guide as to how the dock goes, okay? And so those are the main images, is the boat and the dock. And then we have a landscape here. I think there's a lot of possibilities here. See, that just works perfectly. I just came up with an idea. You know, when you're walking along the lake, and then the dock is a bit on the land and a bit on the water, right? So that looks really cute. And then we have a watery image. I'm just trying to get it out of here. Here we go. And maybe we'll do this one in blue, since I have a blue one sitting right here. See? See, we're creating a scene as we speak. Isn't that pretty? Now I have to remember to clean my stamps. If I do it right away, then I'm done. So now we have this cute little frog on this huge block, but that's okay. The frog is going to be sitting right here. He's waiting for company. Speaking of frogs, there were a ton of frogs in Gerard's pond. Now we have a little bird. Looks like a seagull. There. See? And what else do we have? We have a little fish coming out of the water. I did a terrible job putting the sticker on this fish. But once your stickers are on, do not try to get them off, because I'm trying to see which way he goes. Like this. He's coming up out of the water. You will wreck your stamp. Okay? Do not try to peel your sticker off. You're just going to have to live with the fact that your sticker's on. I don't know if you guys can see it, that the sticker is beyond my stamp. Yeah, it's not good, but that's okay. We're not perfect. Okay, so now we have a oar, and the oar is just laying here. They forgot to take it with it. Actually, here, I'll show you what the whole thing looks like. I don't want to ruin my picture, but the oar seems like it's a bit big for the boat. I'm not sure. I'll stamp it like that. I'm still not, see, I'm going off the page no matter what. Okay, and then we have a bunch of words. And then we have dies as well, and we'll get into them in a minute. Let's do the words. There's dies that don't go with any stamped images, which makes it more versatile, see? This is really nice. This would be great for giving to a teacher, a pastor, anybody who has had an influence in your life, someone who's really been with you or helped you through a tough time, a good friend. Yeah, I think sometimes we don't acknowledge people in our lives often enough when they have made a difference. You know, happy birthday, that's a good thing. We're usually good at saying happy birthday, but sometimes we're not so good at saying the deeper things. And cards can really help us with that. I know that in my time of teaching card making classes, people have come to Coffee and a Card, and because we've used an obscure verse, all of a sudden they were reminded of a person that they had that was in their life. Could be family, could be a friend, but someone with whom their relationship was not what it should be. And then they thought, you know what, I'm going to send this card to that person. And it really breached, the relationship was repaired because of a card. So don't underestimate the power of the written word. I love words. Did you guys see my pillow that I bought with Gerard? Yeah. And I didn't know. I thought geluk meant luck, but it actually means happiness. And then it says geluk, and then the next line says dat je er bent, and it means happiness that you are here. And I said, oh, that pillow is perfect because we both feel so happy. Okay, so that's all the images. And then we have a die cut that does this, and we have dies that do the oar. Now these oars, I just cut them out of early espresso paper, cardstock, okay? So they're not stamped at all. Now the oars are too big to go with the boat, okay? Because look, here's the boat. The oar is huge. So you're thinking, okay, now what am I going to do? I have an idea for you. So we're not going to make a card tonight. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm just going to show you a few things. So here we have the here for you. And you could just on the side of your card do a little crisscross with oars. Just like that. Isn't that nice? I think so. And then you can use your rectangle dies, these stitched ones, and then leave the top plain like this. See? And you can put that at the top of your card. I'll play with these later. These are all from the So Sentimental. See, isn't that neat? And then I thought with this one, it's kind of like that's a serious saying, but you could take the seriousness away from it and add the frog, right? Isn't that cute? A camp counselor would be good. What else was I going to show you? I think that's it. And then we will make another card tomorrow, and I'm going to show you a color wash technique, a masking technique. I even started with the mask, but I'm trying to have a balance in my life. So I want to be here every day to video with you guys, but I also want to spend time with Gerard, and it is 9 o'clock. So you know what? It's time for some relaxation. I'm just going to flip the camera for a second. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you outside. Look at that. Can you see how the clear water is in the pond and then you see the brown stuff? I cleared out a couple wheelbarrows full of it. So, and then we planted that pink astilbe, and there's the wheelbarrow over there in the corner. So it's raining here. And yeah, oh, okay. So depending on the angle that I hold the words, they're blurry. You know what I think? I'm just going to flip the camera. And here I am. So what I think is that the Wi-Fi signal here just isn't as strong. So you're going to get a little pixelating. You're going to get a little blurriness. And if it continues, and I would love to have your feedback on this. This page of mine, the Pampered Stamper, it's kind of like a community page. It's where our group, I'm not going to use the word tribe anymore because it does have negative connotations. It's kind of like we're taking a word that belonged to the First Nations in Canada. They were called tribes in grade 6. I'm really totally digressing now. But in grade 6, I was fascinated with our First Nations people. And back then we called them Indians. And that was not a bad thing to say. It was not in any way derogatory. And I remember learning about the Algonquin tribe and the Cree and the Ojibwe. And forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but it was one of the most interesting projects I had ever done. I was so proud of it. I think it was at least 2 or 3 times as long as it was supposed to be because I was so fascinated by it all. And so lately with this whole Black Lives Matter, and we talk about racism and how we appropriate things, and even Pinterest, they used to have tribes for pinning and stuff. I forget I can't even think of my brain is turning to mush. But anyway, that has me rethinking the whole use of the word tribe, because that's how it has good meaning as well. It's for a group of people who are joined by a common interest and we have each other's back, and that all happens here. But I think I'll just use the word community now. And so this page is where I love to interact with you and I like to get feedback from you. And so I'm wondering, because this is also in portrait mode, whether you like the live format or whether you would like a pre-recorded format in landscape. Because I don't see myself getting a new phone till I get back to Canada. So we're stuck with the way it is. Anyway, I am going to sign off right shortly, and tomorrow I will have a few cards made for you. Today I did some baking, and Gerard's daughter Natalie graduated from her college program, and so her Oma and Opa were here, and they were trying to watch online the whole ceremony, and that's in my stamp room. So I wasn't able to stamp, so I wasn't able to make cards, and it was also a beautiful day today. So I wanted to be out in the garden, and we walked the beach, and I thought, this is way too nice to be making cards. It is simply not important. But I have to confess, because I was in quite a snit because of my phone and not being able to figure it out. And then accidentally I turned my data on and I got a ping saying that I had a message, which means now I've been charged $12 and just for whether it's seconds or not. So now I'm going to use my phone to make some phone calls, and yeah. So, but I was getting in a bad mood. And as soon as I inked up my stamps and started stamping a little bit, I have to say it just eased my tension and I felt better. So yes. Oh yeah, and the Hurons. Yes, you're right, Alfie. But anyway, yes. So anyway, I'm glad to hear all your feedback. It's really awesome. And yeah, it's nice. And I just figure, you know what? I will just pop on every day and say hello. And if I have some stamping to share with you, I will share stamping. And if not, you'll just hear some tidbits of travel and fun and life in Holland. And that's nice too. And we can chat a little bit. And I always get back to you afterwards. I did have some trouble downloading and sharing my PDF, so I will be doing that again. And thank you for everyone who shared my videos. A few of you will definitely be getting a free PDF tutorial from me. So thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being here with you guys. I hope you have a super night, a super day, and take care. Bye.